Hi guys, this video is just going to be about my 2018 and how it went. This is my 2018 rewind, basically. So basically just going to be sitting talking about what has happened in the last year. Good times, bad times, all of it. So let's start from January of 2018. In January of 2018, that is when I made my first upload on this channel. And then in February, on Valentine's Day to be specific, I had a weird encounter. And if you haven't seen that video already, I will leave it linked down below. To sum up what happened on Valentine's Day, I was meant to meet up with a friend. They didn't show up, and I still went ahead with the plans anyway. I still done what it was I was going to do. I still went swimming, had a fun time I suppose. When I was in the big pool, there was this guy who kept on looking over at me to hint, to say, hey, come in this pool. So I got out the big pool, I went in the middle pool, and this man, I would say he's in his late 30s, early 40s, and he had his daughter with him, and she was maybe 3, between the ages of 3 and 5. I'm guessing she was maybe a bit 4. That's roughly the age range she was in. Anyway, at one point I was sitting in the pool, and I had my hands in between my legs. That's normally just the way I sort of like stand in the pool, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do with my hands. Anyway, we just talked for a bit about whatever, and then when we were in the showers, what happened in the pool first was I noticed I was wearing my bathing suit, obviously, and then I noticed they kept on staring at my chest, which was so fucking creepy. And so so when we're in the showers, I was standing like this, I had my hands over my chest, and I was facing the wall. And I overheard him say something along the lines of holding them together and pushing them up, referring to the way that I have my hands over my chest. And so, left the showers. When I went and got changed, normally I take my time getting changed, but that day I was in, bathing suit off, clothes on, ran to the fucking mirrors. And then I was sitting at the mirrors when I heard his daughter calling for me. I heard her coming round out of the lockers calling for me, saying, "Where are you?" It was so weird. And so I was just sat there with my hood up, sitting. I wasn't waiting for him, I was sitting. Oh, it was so fucking creepy. And then when we were walking out of the pool, we were walking at the centre, he was headed towards, we were in the car park, and he said, "Do you have Snapchat?" And I said, "Yes, I do," and I stupidly gave him my name, my Snapchat username. That's the only information I gave. What a fucking diff. That was one weird encounter. And then what happened? Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff that's happened this year. For example, in I think it was March. Between March and May, I made about 4 videos on specific people, and then one of them was boy was getting clingy, something along those lines. If you haven't seen the videos that I'm talking about, then I will leave all of them linked in the description below and in the order that I am telling them. So the first story was Valentine's Day, so that will be the first, and so on. Oh, there's some cringy stuff that's happened this year. Let's just jump right into July. Now this one is a little more gut-wrenching just because it's still happening. And that is, I met someone. Yeah, we were in half the videos that I said before. I always said I was on this app that I couldn't mention. I could, I just didn't want to. In July, I went back onto this dating app. And on there I met someone. And through the short time, I can't express that enough, through the short time that we were talking, we became close, I guess. Because we talked every day, and this person helped me out of a difficult position. For some reason, I remember July 24th, so 2018. That's just a date that I remember associating with this person. It was one of the days that we were talking, and I remember the day that this person phoned me because oh, it's so cringe. I remember the first day that this person phoned me. Because he said that for some reason my number wasn't working properly. And then when he phoned me, he said he realised that the reason why my number didn't work the first time was because he hadn't put it in properly. And I remember the first thing that, as I was talking to him, I remembered. Oh, this is so cringy. I remember. Oh, I can't stop laughing. I remember the first thing that I said to this person as we were talking was, "Damn, that accent though." Because this person has, for some reason, accents just work on me. I find them very attractive. And this person has a very strong, stereotypical Scots accent. And I just find it really attractive. I'm just like, fuck me. Oh, the fucking jokes. This person was the first to ever say this was the first person to ever tell me that they loved me. Yes. No one's ever said that before, and this person was the first to say that. Hence, there's this saying that I know, which is, it's hard to forget someone when they've given you so much to think about. And that's exactly what he did. He gave me so much to think about for everything, for how close we had become within that short time. So from July to August, we were talking every day. It'd be all day, every day if we could. And then In August, I met someone else. And the date that I started talking to this person was August 1st. Little did I know how these people were going to affect my life and what mark, I guess, that they would leave on me. So let's call the person from July. Let's call him Eyebrows. That's the nickname that I use, so I'm just going to use it now. Eyebrows. We became very close from July to August. Eyebrows and I became very close. We talked almost every day if we could. And then let's call boy from Hot Boy. That's the name I'm just going to use for now. So I started talking to Hot Boy on August 1st. And we talked for about 4 weeks before we moved on to Snapchat. And September 16th, that's just the date I remember. That was a date that we were talking on Snapchat, and he's helped me through quite a lot of stuff. He helped me through some situations, and he gave me advice on what I could have done in situations at school, what action to take, considering my mental state at the moment, and my then relationship that happened mid-September that then fell to shit. So, speaking of my relationship, Dean and I started talking on September 13th. September 14th, we started talking on Instagram. And then a few days, looking back, I can see that we moved very quickly, that our relationship had progressed very quickly, and then after about 3 weeks, I could feel, it was about 3-4 weeks ago, that I could feel our relationship was breaking down, that it wasn't working anymore. I was just too self-conscious, I was just too worried to say something at the time. That is something I should have spoken up when I first felt it. I should have said something. Boy. So, there's a lot of shit that happened this year that's it's not hard to talk about, I just don't know how to. So, yeah, my relationship broke down. Hot Boy, after Dean and I split, Hot Boy came in and directly messaged Dean saying, hey, you don't know me, I'm one of Kate's friends. I think that what you've done is pretty dick move. You blocked her. You sent her all these messages saying how much you love her when clearly you're with someone else. You didn't even have the guts to tell her what the fuck was going on. You just let her friend delete your Snapchat, all that jazzy stuff. And then I found something out last night. I was messaging Eyebrows again. We were talking about whatever. We hadn't spoken in a while, so I messaged him saying, hey, what's up? And then he told me something which made me feel a bit sick and a bit scared. And that I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Just because what he said explains a lot of stuff I was thinking at the time. And it's not my place to tell. That's not my story, so I can't say any more than what he told me made me feel a bit sick, and it dives into something that I knew parts of. So I knew a little bit about this, I didn't know it was that severe. Mainly because I'm a fucking idiot. Anyway. This year has been one big fucking mess. Because in July, in August, I met a few people. And later on in August, I lost myself. As in, I haven't been feeling myself for a long time. And then today, when I was going somewhere, and then I realised something, and it feels so fucking good to say it, that I'm over the breakup. I know it's not, that probably seems stupid to people, yet it means something to me. It means that I can finally let go of what was and look forward to what can be. Let go of what I thought was real and start looking forward to what will be. What will be real. And I just hope that within the next few months, if I have that time, then I can hopefully do something with eyebrows before he has to go. Because I can't lose him again. I've already lost him twice before, and this would hurt really bad if I was to lose him again. Only this time I know he would not be back. If it hadn't been for Hot Boy, then I wouldn't have went to the doctor. I wouldn't have come this far. I wouldn't be on the road to recovery. I wouldn't have made progress. I would have been stuck the way it was. And all I have to say for that is thank you for standing by me for as long as you have. No one's done what you've done. And I'm gonna stop here before it gets any more cringy. I don't do emotional shit. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in 2019. Peace.